Hi everyone, I hope your semester's off to a good start. The point of this video announcement is for me to go over some clarifying points about the class. The first of those points is that my office hours have changed. My office will now be D329. Previously it was listed as 326. That number has changed to 329. I will still be meeting Tuesdays and Thursdays from 12:30 to 1:30. So if you have any questions about the class, you need points of clarification about class subject matter, or if you just want to come by and say hi, then you can meet me there 12:30 to 1:30, Tuesdays, Thursdays, in room D329. The next point that I wanted to go over had to do with our modules. The first of those points was that in the orientation module, you'll see that I have the syllabus quiz. I know that quite a few of you have already taken it, so thank you. Or I'm sorry, orientation quiz. It's called something else in one of my classes, the orientation quiz. So this is my way of taking attendance for this class. It's easy in face-to-face classes for me to call roll and see who's there and who's not there. In online classes, that's a little harder to assess. So this is my way of making sure that students are committed to taking the class. So when you have time, please make sure to complete this orientation quiz. I will be sending out individual email reminders to students starting Friday if you haven't completed it. So if you don't want to be bombarded by emails from me, I suggest that you complete it sooner than later. All right, and then the last point I wanted to make was about the weekly modules. The first thing I wanted to point out was that both the week 1 module materials, which week 1 starts this week, so week 1 and week 2 are all due on February 10th. I do this because I want to allow students enough time to be able to acquire the textbook, which, quick point about the textbook, I've had a few questions about this. We are using the 4th edition. I know that there is a 5th edition out there, but per some course policy things that I'm not going to go into, we are still using the 4th edition this semester, which you should be happy about because that does mean that you're purchasing a cheaper copy of the book than if we were to get the latest edition. For those of you who have gotten the 5th edition, it's okay. As I've said to some students already, if you're starting to see some differences in the quizzes as you're taking them, please email me. That way I can check to see whether or not the answers from your book would have been correct if we were using that 5th edition. So hopefully that makes sense. If you still have questions about that, please email me. So yeah, like I said, that we have assignments for week 1 and week 2 due on February 10th. Normally these assignments involve having 2 chapter outlines that you'll complete and submit. You also, most weeks will have current events that you'll be turning in, which these current events aren't happening every week. Some weeks we will be having discussions, which I'll talk more about discussions once we get to a week where we have a discussion. And then finally we have weekly discussions. Additionally, I have additional resources that you can review. You're not going to be quizzed on these. These are just to supplement your learning. So that's all I have. If you have any other questions, please contact me. And like I said, please, please, please get that orientation quiz completed as soon as possible. I'm looking forward to a great semester with all you guys. Keep up the good work. Bye.